Imagine walking into a fancy department store, the kind with mirrors on every wall and lighting so soft it makes everything look a little bit better than real life. In the corner, you spot something unusual, a gleaming, gold-plated bathroom scale with an ornate sign that reads, "The Magic Scale. Reveal your true self." Intrigued, you step closer, half amused, half curious. The sales assistant, with a mysterious smile, gestures for you to step on. You take a deep breath, wondering what sort of magic this scale could possibly hold. Is it going to flatter you? Tell you your weight in kilograms, pounds, and maybe even in compliments? You step onto the scale, and the digital screen comes alive, swirling with colors before settling into a dramatic pause. Then, instead of a number, it flashes a message. You are more than a number. You are a legend. Now go forth and conquer your day. You laugh, delighted that for once a scale has given you something other than anxiety. But the magic doesn't stop there. The sales assistant leans in and says, "Try asking it a question." Slightly skeptical, you ask, "How much do I weigh today?" The scale thinks for a moment, then replies, "You weigh exactly as much as someone who deserves an extra scoop of ice cream." You're starting to think you need this scale in your life. A few more shoppers gather, drawn by the commotion. Someone asks, "Will I ever fit into my high school jeans again?" The scale flashes. Jeans come and go. Confidence is eternal. The crowd chuckles, and suddenly, the scale is dispensing wisdom and encouragement in equal measure. One ambitious shopper asks, "What's my ideal weight?" The scale responds, "Your ideal weight is the weight that lets you dance whenever you hear your favorite song." The buzz grows, and people begin sharing their own stories. There's a man who admits he's afraid of scales because they only ever tell him what he already knows. The magic scale, sensing his anxiety, flashes, "You are measured by your kindness, not your kilograms." A young woman confesses she's been chasing a number for years. The scale replies, "You are worth more than any measurement. Celebrate you, right now." The store manager, noticing the crowd, wonders if the magic scale is some elaborate prank. But even she can't resist stepping on, asking, "What's the secret to happiness?" The scale answers, "Happiness is not found on scales, but in smiles." You're off to a good start. Soon, the magic scale is the talk of the town. People come not to measure their weight, but to measure their joy, their hopes, their dreams. The scale never gives the same answer twice, always finding just the right words to lift someone's spirits. It becomes a local legend, the object of stories and selfies, the scale that never judges, only encourages. And so the legend of the magic scale grows. It's not about pounds or kilograms, but about laughter and kindness, about seeing yourself through the lens of encouragement. People leave the store a little lighter, not in weight, but in heart. The scale sits quietly, waiting for the next person to step up, ready to remind them, the only true magic is believing in yourself. In a world obsessed with numbers, maybe all we need is a scale that tells us what really matters. The magic scale. Proof that sometimes the best measure of all is simply how good you feel about yourself.